Hey everyone, we're Danni and Joe, and for just over a year now we have been renovating our 50-foot narrowboat, which we have named Lady Pennybun, but more on that later.
We'll start off down the stern end. I don't know why we're at the bow. So our boat is a cruiser stern, which basically means you've got a large outside seating area. Internally we've got around 30 foot of living space, about 20 foot of outside space, including the quite pointy bow that we've got with decent seating as well. Engine wise, whilst I'm stood above it, is a 1.5 litre BMC Diesel Engine. We did actually repaint this, but it's gone disgusting again. We had an oil leak and a coolant leak, so that needs redoing, but there's the engine anyway.
It's really nice having a big back deck though. It's nice when we have friends over and then we're like cruising along that they can all come outside rather than it just being one person. So I'm sure most of you have already been following along our journey, but some of you may not. We have lots of questions about these doors and whether we're going to be replacing them or not, because they are quite drafty, although most narrowboats do have quite a big sort of gap between the doors. It's not similar to a house. We've actually got some amazing handmade doors already, but we're going to wait until we're back from America. But for now, these are gonna do whilst we're away.
I'll talk you through the electricals in a minute. It's a little bit heavy to start the video off with.
But this is our lounge slash kitchen area. We're really pleased with it. Yeah, as I'm sure a lot of you who watch our videos can tell, we've spent quite a bit of time cleaning this. It doesn't always look like this. So we've got our lovely wood burner. It's
a log burner.
Log burner from Glastonbury Burners. Really pleased with it. When we bought the boat, it actually had two already in here, but we got rid of them. I'm just really glad that we got this one. I love the little circle window. It's called a Cyclops?
Yeah.
Cyclops. We haven't run through what we're saying here at all, so I'm glad I got that right. Just
to save ourselves repeating ourselves, we're going, the boat's probably 90% done, but we thought it'd be a nice way to finish up our boat series for now, before we go to America, and then when we come back, some finishing touches, a few bits to do. We need to paint outside, which is like number one priority when we get back, and then we'll carry on from there.
We also need to do some trims, just finishing off really, we're living aboard now, but yeah, just a couple bits that still need doing.
So we haven't got the inverter wired in yet. We've just been using our EcoFlow for only 240 volt appliances. It's been really handy. We've got our washing machine sort of cupboard here. There's a shelf to go in here with another, what are you putting in there? Your dehydrator for foraging. That's going in above there. Be some sort of door or curtain or something. Control panel up here. Got a Victron GX Touch, I think it's called, Touch 50 or something. So that'd be any sensors and electrical components will be wired into that, so we can see voltages and amps and stuff. I might as well talk about batteries now, haven't I?
Yeah.
We've got quite a large battery bank for a narrowboat. We've got 6 130 amp hour batteries, all wired in parallel. So we've got 780 amp hours total. Basically got a full Victron setup. We've got a Victron solar charge controller, only got one at the minute, the TR Smart DC to DC charger, Links distributor, I can never say that. Distributor, Servo GX, a few other bits. Kitchen?
Not much to it, but I'm going to show you all the little things that I've contributed because Joe's done most of this, bless him. So I got this from Facebook Marketplace. I really love it. I love the gold. I think I paid £1 for it.
It's brass.
Oh, it's brass. Well, I paid £1 for it, cleaned it up, and I'm really pleased with it. I do want to put some new top on this. It is quite hard. I wanted something fluffy, but then I'm wondering whether or not that's a good idea by the fire. But we keep all of our sort of night logs in there. We've got some coal at the moment. We've also, underneath the washing machine, because we wanted to be able to lift it out, we've got storage under here, which we will just leave for wood in the winter, because I feel like if we block that off, the amount of wood you get through is quite surprising. So it's just nice to have that extra area without it taking over your living space. Imagine that there are going to be about 20 plants in here, but at the moment they're not here because I'm going to have to take them all back to one of our parents to look after them. So we have our sofa.
Bed.
Our sofa bed. So it's a bit small, but it's perfect. It's nice for us to sit on. One thing that I really like about it is it folds out and yeah, it's a bed. So when we have guests over, we can happily sleep 4 of us here. Also, like one thing that we've thought of, like when you lounge, you haven't really got any arms to lounge on, but we can fold out just half the way, so then we've sort of got somewhere to like chill and like relax on rather than
budget
just sitting up.
closer to the breakfast bar.
Yeah.
It goes right the way across.
Should we do it? Should I do it?
So it's from made.com. I think it's the small Haru that they do. They do a large one which is wider, but as you can see, we're proper tight to the fire. You have to make sure the fire was well out. It goes right up to the edge of the breakfast bar.
It's cute though, and it's really nice. And eventually, we originally weren't going to have a TV because, to be honest, we don't really watch TV. But for Netflix and stuff, I think we're going to plan to get a projector screen here. So then when this is in the like sort of seating position, or even like this, then we can have like a big TV sort of movie night in there, which will be nice.
So kitchen wise, first off we'll start with our legs. They were made by our friend Charlotte from Forage Steel. Custom made for the exact height that we needed. The worktop are lush. They're made from reclaimed rebar, like concrete reinforcement. We've got a coffee machine which will be powered by our battery bank, but as I said before, we're using the EcoFlow for all 240 volt stuff at the minute. Stools you got off Facebook Marketplace, didn't you?
Yeah.
They were like a temporary fix. There's some that we really want, but they're just like mega money, aren't they?
Yeah.
These are like 20 quid. They actually go really well with the worktop and legs.
We are going to get 4 stools for when we have friends over. It will be a bit of a tight squeeze, but just about manageable. And we will link Forage Steel in our description with all the other companies that we have used.
We've got a standard cooker. Basically, it's gas. It's LPG converted. 4 burners, a grill, and an oven. We had a van before, and we even had a little oven in that, which is great because I quite like baking. We love cooking, both of us. That's actually quite a decent size compared to the one we had in the van. We've got a mini Belfast sink, hot and cold water. The hot water is powered by LPG as well. That's like an instant water heater you get in static caravans. I think it's 11 litres per minute it will do. We've got a 12 volt fridge. It's a Swan, a company called Inlander Low Voltage, I think. They convert 240 volt fridges to 12 volt with a little 12 volt compressor. It's massive compared to the one we had in the van as well.
I didn't tidy that bit.
No, we weren't actually going to open that, but there you are. Do you want to talk them through your pantry shelf?
Yeah, and also our beautiful amethyst handles.
Oh yeah, my dad made this unit for us.
Thanks, Lee.
Gorgeous.
That's got, normally under the sink you have like cleaning products and stuff, but that's actually a really big space, so we have used that for all of our pots and pans and our plates. So obviously we're limited on space on a Narrowboat, and I've seen quite a few people that have had like some sort of cabinet here as a pantry. I came across this on Facebook Marketplace, really fell in love with it. We sanded it back because it was quite a dark varnish, and I've also put gold leaf on the edge. It was my first time and I'm quite pleased with how it's turned out. I really love it because it's got the glass either side, which I just think adds to the character. Oh, and we painted it white on the inside. So we've got all of our spices, our nuts, our breakfasty bits like seeds and honey. Got our condiments and oils, our pasta, lentils, rice, couscous, all that you need to live on a boat. We've also got...
Work in progress, this one.
Yeah, this one is a work in progress. Gary made this kindly for us. Thank you, Gary. So
And his uncle.
Yeah, I won't lift that up because it's just a mess under there, but that will eventually be a in-floor wine cellar, if you like. There isn't any insulation in that part of the floor, and it goes quite deep, so it's sort of at the temperature of what the water is, which is obviously quite cold.
So the water level is probably like somewhere around here, maybe a little bit lower. So that stays really cool.
Yeah, and then here at the moment we've got lots of jars and stuff, but that will be sort of our food pantry, so like fresh things like potatoes and that. Our tins and stuff, I think we're going to make some sort of box to be able to see them all, and also to be able to slide it out for the tins under here. But it just it's surprising what you can fit on here, and obviously on the top you can see we've got all of our teas, coffees and glasses and things like that, and yeah, it's just a really nice use of space. You wouldn't want it too much wider because it just eats into your space. Everything's obviously a compromise living on a boat.
Into the bathroom and toilet. First off, our beautiful doors that Uncle Gary made us as well.
Thanks, Gary.
Which is love them. Really nice doorknobs on it as well. We're not sure if there's going to be some sort of cupboard going up here, so it might be the door might only open to like there, but
so,
compromise again.
Doorknobs on this side, and then in the bathroom. Yep.
We've got another heat source that we didn't tell you about. We've got a diesel heater, just a Webasto Airtop 2000. We had one in the van, or we had the S-Bar, a different brand in the van. And this only pumps heat out into the bathroom and the bedroom. The living room and kitchen get warm enough from the log burner. It tends to be a little bit cooler up here, so we've got 2 outlets, bedroom and toilet. Toilet wise, we've got a Simplu separator toilet, or you might call it a composting loo, but no compost actually happens in there. Some people get funny about you calling them composting loos. So solids and liquids. Need to say no more.
I really wanted one of these toilets when we were in the van, and we compromised with getting a chemical one because they're quite a bit cheaper and also a lot smaller. To be honest, I'm not really sold on it. It's not as glamorous as I thought. I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, we might reconsider. But at the moment it's nice because when we were in the van, you know, we were emptying it like every day or every 2 days just from like sort of liquids and stuff, so having it separate is definitely a lot easier.
Danni says this like she's ever emptied the toilet.
I emptied it a couple times.
It's a bit tight for space in here. We've got a basin which doesn't have a tap. We're going to use, I need to come up with like a bracket so we can use this, mainly so there's less plumbing in the wall to go wrong. That drains, because that's above water level. Now on a narrowboat, grey water is allowed to go overboard, so that drains straight out into the canal. From the bath, we've got a automatic whale gulper pump, so as soon as you release the plug, it should just drain straight out into the pump and then get pumped out because that's below water level.
We are going to have some sort of door here, and also another plant, but yeah, it's just one of the 10% things that we haven't done yet.
Before I go any further, I forgot to mention the floor. That was like quite a big part of the build. They're not reclaimed scaffold boards, they were new when we bought them.
Believe it or not.
And they are essentially our subfloor as well. So directly below there is just insulation and then all of the ballast. And then I used some rope, Hessian rope, to caulk in between like on a traditional boat. That took quite a while, but we really like how it looks. Quite rustic and ship-like. Would you like to talk about your bedroom? Oh,
my ceiling!
Look up.
So as you've seen by our little door handle and the bath mat and also the ceiling, which is quite a recent addition, I really wanted this to be sort of like I just love having a bath. When we were in the van we didn't have a bath and I really missed it, so a bath was a must for me, and I just really wanted it to feel like you're in some sort of cloud, like dreamland. So I've got these tiles. I can't remember where they're from off the top of my head, but I will link them.
Just Tiles Direct or somewhere. They weren't particularly expensive, were they?
No, they've sort of got like a mother of pearl sort of look about them, which I really love. They're all sort of a little bit different and they all shine. Doesn't maybe look like it in here now, but and yeah, painted the ceiling. Oh, these is some vinyl wrap.
The paint is actually on the outside window. We need to clean that off. Danni had a go herself.
Hey.
I did that one.
We were toying with the idea, so originally we wanted sort of like a walkway and then to have the bathroom shut off, but it really just closed off the area quite a bit just for you to have a walkway. Even more than this. I mean, you know, 99% of the time it's just going to be Joe and I on here. You know, the occasional time that we have friends on here, then it's just one of those things you've got to put up with, is walking through the bathroom to get to the bedroom. But it really doesn't make any difference to us. It just opens up, you know, if you were going to have a walkway, say from this door, across that here is so small. It's small anyway, but it's contained, it's nice. We really love it. Every time I have a bath I get really excited. Another lovely door by Gary, thank you. We, as you can see, so the bathroom have got these two blue handles, so we use the other ones for in the living area, kitchen and our bedroom, just because ties in with the theme. So this is our bedroom. When we bought the boat originally, it came with some new windows, or newish reclaimed windows that are throughout the boat, bar the bedroom, or this area that we knew wanted to be the bedroom. So we had Kev, one of our friends now, come and fit these hatches, which we absolutely love. You know, it just really opens up the space. We're able to look outside, otherwise it's quite a dark area when you want to sleep, but in the summer and stuff it's just absolutely beautiful watching all the boats and the birdies go past. Went for like a sort of Moroccan theme, as you can probably see by the colour. It's quite bright. It's a lot brighter than we thought. But I quite like it. I like bright colours.
We've got tons of storage under the bed.
This mattress lifts up this way, so
it's full of crap at the minute, so
yeah,
I won't show you. That is where the water pump, accumulator, a couple other bits live.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got a small double, which is definitely a small double. I did not vote for this. Joe chose a small double.
The problem is, small double comes perfectly to the wall. If you had a standard double, you're like 6 inches across, and you'd like really quite tight walkway anyway.
I really love it though. It feels a lot bigger. Like originally we were gonna, so this is our wardrobe area. So at the moment we got these from IKEA. We are gonna have, so I got these. These are actually for children, but they're perfect for us, because a normal hanger doesn't quite fit in this space because of the angle of the wall. So we are gonna have some sort of like bar there and have some clothes up here, like
a curtain across the front to hide it.
Some sort of curtain or like beaded thing. So that would be more storage there. What else? A lovely mirror, which is kind of the reason why this is the reason I wanted the whole bedroom like this. Got this from Facebook Marketplace as well, upcycled this, put some orange on here and also sanded it back because it was really quite a dark colour. We haven't really talked much about power outlets and stuff, but we've got sort of USBs throughout. That 240 socket obviously doesn't work yet, mainly for phone charging. Needs a shelf up there or something. We also, sorry it's going all over the place a bit, but we were going to just have it sort of like the bedroom up to where the bed is, but it's just really nice, you know, when we lived in the van it was like such a compromise with space, but this area you've sort of got room to like change and get ready, whereas, you know, if you just had the walkway you are quite limited to how much space you've got. So yeah, really pleased with that. Have we got the different colour light switches that are coming, so we've got them sort of all odd that we just had left over from the van, but is this go in that brass as well? Yeah, we bought a nice one for that. Yeah, so these are all changing, or not that, sorry, but these are all changing. We got like a, what's it called? It's just copper, but it's untreated copper, so it'll naturally oxidise. Yeah, it looks really cool. So underneath me is our water tank. We've got a 400 litre plastic tank. Kev and I put it in, mainly Kev, but I did give him a hand, it was quite heavy. That's in underneath. That was a very tight squeeze. 400 litres is about 5 times the size that we had in the van. But obviously we've got a bath now that uses 40 or 45 litres for like a small bath. So we've also got extra containers for water, and they will hold enough water for a bath in an emergency. Gas locker up front, got room for 2 13 kilo gas bottles. In the van we had like a refillable gas canister, which is really handy for LPG stations, but there's none of those along the canal, so you literally just buy Cala 13 kilos. We've got a cratch cover being made, hopefully whilst we're away in America, which then just close this area off in the winter and stuff, and it's just nice outdoor space. I fairy lights on. There's a bit of storage under there. We've got some new bench tops to go. I just can't wait to get it all painted. Yeah. So for out here wise, as Joe says, these bits of wood are seeing better days. We've actually already cut them and varnished them. We had some, was it cedar? Yeah. We got some cedar, live edge cedar. They are beautiful. I cannot wait for them to go in. We are gonna, one of the first things I really want to do is make the space pretty. I absolutely love it. It feels like a little balcony from my bedroom. Can't wait to drink tea here in the morning. So we've already got the wood cut out. We're obviously going to paint it all and stuff. We're going to get some fake grass to put on the floor here, just because, you know, we spent last summer on here and the metal gets so hot, like it's ridiculous, you can't put your feet on it and stuff. So yeah, just hopefully cool it down a little bit for you to be able to come out here barefoot, or, you know, just a bit easier as well. Also, I don't think you've said, but about the water situation. So one of the reasons why we're getting this cover is it's a, what's it called?
So these boats were traditionally, it's a 1980 boat, and this particular boat builder, which it's an ex-Black Prince hire boat, and the bow deck itself is actually at water level. So on a normal boat it would be a bit higher and the rain would just drain off the side. Ours actually comes inside the boat and traditionally ran under the floor into the bilge and then pumped out. The way it's been done now, it's got a tube that then drains back into the engine bilge and then pumped out from there. So obviously the more rain we keep off, the better, really, for batteries and just general
And also at the
safety.
moment we're not under any trees and stuff, but it can get quite clogged
Yeah.
with like leaves and stuff. So another reason that might help is if we have the fake grass, hopefully it should catch, like, you know, any
Act
big,
like a filter almost.
Yeah.
So this will eventually be our garden. Danni wants some planters and stuff put up here. We've got about half the roof, maybe a bit more than half the roof left for bits, really. Wheelbarrow tends to live up there. Solar wise, we've got two 340 watt panels, wired in series. Should be ample, really. Been testing them recently because they haven't long been installed, and they've basically powered everything that we've been using without having to like dip into the battery bank too much at all. And it's April, and it's not been that great in April either, has it? So we've got a bit of a cool log burner flue from a company called Smoky Joe's. Partly the reason that I bought it. Not a lot to say about it really, apart from it's a bird.
So back to the name of the boat. I don't know why we didn't say it before, it just sort of like built up, so now we're going to explain the name. So Lady Pennybun, originally the name of this boat was Jaguar when it first came out, which we do plan to have some sort of Jaguar print painted on the side to sort of honour that. Lady Pennybun, so when we went away in 2020, we went to Sweden along with a lot of other countries, and it was one of our favourite places. We went at just the right time. We did lots of foraging, which is my absolute favourite hobby, and whilst we were there we foraged porcini mushrooms, which are also called Pennybun mushrooms, and it was just such a euphoric moment for both of us. We were so happy. We were like in the forest in Sweden and just around all this beautiful produce. It was just a real escape. So yeah, that's where the name came from. And Lady, just because it just sounds like a cute little boat, doesn't it? Lady Pennybun. What's your favourite part about our boat?
Probably the outside space, really. We've not had a chance to enjoy it properly, but when we were building the boat we worked, so we got it in February, worked through like some pretty crap weather, then we were still working right the way through summer. It's so hot, and we did have the occasional like sit down meal and stuff outside midway through a working day, and it's so nice. Possibly that or the log burner, because that was like such a nice moment. We had it installed just at the start of winter.
Yeah.
So to have that like heat whilst we were building, it was just, yeah, that was really cool too. What about you?
My favourite thing about our boat is probably, I love our pantry, because I've just seen loads on Instagram that I got inspired by, and I'm just really pleased with our one. It's really unique. I feel like I'm wobbling this all over. I also love our bedroom, like sitting on the bed, you bringing me a drink
With the hatches.
with the hatches open. It just feels like, you know, it's been over a year now. Some days we thought, oh, I just want to scrap the boat, it was so stressful, but like now it's all come together. Looking back at the footage and stuff, it's just crazy how far we've come. And yeah, just a real amazing moment sitting in the bed and thinking, we've done this, we've created this little space.
So our next few videos will be our Grand American road trip. Be a little bit different than what we filmed before, sort of similar to the van stuff, but I think our camera footage, although saying that, was pretty shaky anyway, but hopefully the videos are a bit better quality than when we were away in the van. Really looking forward to it. It'll be a 2.5 month trip basically across the whole of America, missing a fair few states, but generally we're going from
We're doing
east to west.
We've had
Route
this
66.
We've had
California,
this plan.
sorry.
So yeah, as Joe said, the next 2 and a bit months is going to be in America. We had this originally planned, so before this whole channel started, we had plans to go across Canada first, then America, then we were going to be in Australia for a while where I was going to be doing my nursing. So yeah, that's how we ended up converting the van, which then led us to the boat, which we bought whilst we were in Italy, from a couple of photos, which is pretty crazy, like thinking about it now, which is probably not what you're supposed to do not recommend. But yeah, just really excited for this trip. It's been a long time coming. We've wanted to do this for so long now, and we're just really excited. Honestly, I can't contain myself at the thought of all the foods we're going to be able to try. Just driving across America has been like our dream for a really long time, and we're doing lots of exciting things whilst we're there, so you have to stay tuned and watch it.
So if you fancy catching up with our progress when we're back, make sure you subscribe, and we shall see you hopefully in the next video from America, although we're stopping in Lisbon first.
See you in Miami.